Thank you for this opportunity. When I heard about this sound meditation, I was not sure what it is. But one thing for sure, uh, meditation is something that is in the paradigm that I'm also involved from Sewa International. Let me move a bit here. Like in the background, you see this self. That's my background I have put for this meeting because we are going to talk about it. You know about Sewa International. It's a Hindu faith-based humanitarian service organization. And we started this initiative called SELF, which stands, it's a framework, basically sleep, exercise, living in the present, food and diet. The concept here is using this framework to motivate people, to encourage people to take up active and healthy lifestyle. When I say health lifestyle, it is a holistic lifestyle. It includes physical, mental, and spiritual health. And the L of that, living in the present, is, of course, we know exercise, we yoga, and I myself is a marathoner. Like we have a group of people. This year we have around 75 people doing the Houston Marathon, half marathon this year. So we are very active, and of course, the sleep. Everybody knows it's important aspect of stress management. It's so important for health. For a good health, and living in the present is something, especially in the post-pandemic era. Like the has changed forever after COVID, and people are going through different kinds of stress. Some are able to, cope up with that, work with, people, reach out, but not everybody is at the same, I would say, advantage or vantage point. So initiatives like this will help the yoga, motivational speech, meditation. This is where it aligns with what we are doing under self at Seva with what you guys are doing through sound meditation. So that's where I connected with Raghvendra ji and Archana ji a couple of weeks back in a Seva event, and yes, it resonates. We can work together here and see what we can do. And at the end of the day, we want to take it to the community and see how we can help the community through this initiative. So we know, my knowledge is limited on this, but when I looked at the brochure for this workshop, uh, it is great because not everybody knows, about sound meditation, and also the theory behind this, how Yogi Rajji and as a guru can guide people, and you coming from the Nigam family, Sonu Nigam ji, people know, and how it is very soul touching voice. How we can leverage that to harness that into meditation, how that can give relief to the people. That's what I got from that. But I would like to learn from you, what is the objective? What are you guys trying to do? You have this workshop on 16th at one of our temples, Meenakshi temple here. We are inviting, or I'm working with Raghvendra ji and Archana ji to reach out to our community and create that awareness and bring as many people possible. But I would like to hear from you, Meenal ji, what this workshop is about and how it helps the people.
Pranam, Hari Om, Mahesh ji. Thank you for having me here. Thank you, Archana ji, Raghvendra ji. So this organization of ours, Pritan Veshi, is a non-profit organization and headed by our spiritual guru, Dr. Rajesh Rajji. He's been into Nad Yog since a very, very young age because he was fortunate to have a grandfather who belonged to a lineage. And at the age of 4, 5, he was sent to his ashram, and he was exposed to the ashram atmosphere, and indirectly was attuned into this kind of lifestyle where listening was given a lot of importance. So he was made to hear sounds, acknowledge, and also report to his grandfather at a very young age. So he was there for a long time. And so Guruji entered this world at a very young age. And then at the age of 20, he got to meet his first formal guru, from whom he took initiation, Vaman Devji. And after that, he kept doing researches on, many fields connected to sound, yoga, and he's a master in Vedic sciences, and he knows the Upanishad scriptures. He's an expert in that, and he connected all the dots, and then he found the importance. He wanted to know more and more about the importance of sound and healing. How can it heal you? How can it change the way you think, perceive? Not just that, how can it change the way people perceive you, people deal with you, and what is this sound, and is this sound external, internal, cosmic? What exactly is it? And then he kept getting answers because he was initiated and he had the power and blessing of his guru. And eventually then he formulated this into a proper workshop, and he's sharing it with us, because all of us, because see, all the yogas, we have Hatha Yoga, we have Ashtang Yoga, Raj Yoga, all the yogas culminate to this point. It culminates with the ability to listen to the subtle sounds of the universe. Because see, there are many, many sounds happening in the universe. There are planets and constellations, galaxies, Milky Ways, and we think that they are far away from us, and that's why we cannot hear the sounds. But the real reason is that we have layered ourselves, and our ability to hear has really faded out, and we are kind of conditioned to believe that we cannot hear the sounds from faraway distances. But Nad Yoga as a science develops the ability of your mind's ear, not just the physical ear, the mind's ear, to listen to such sounds, get connected to these vibrations, and also not bothering about the source of the sound. We connect to all different kinds of sounds. So, Guruji will explain it very nicely, properly. I can try. So there are 4 types of sounds. The Baikari sound is a physical sound that can be heard with the physical ears and be spoken with the vocal cords, with the help of your vocal cords. We have the Madhyama sound, which is a sound which is half out, half in, internal and external. It's the whispering sound that we create, half of it is inside, half of it can be heard faintly by people around. And then we have the Pashyanti sound, the sound that is seen more than it's heard, it's seen, both. So the sound has the light has a sound. So it's that kind of, that it's a powerful stage, when a practitioner, a sadhaka, can reach a stage where he can hear the sound and see the light. It's a big deal, it's a big thing. So then the last sound is a sound of para brahma, the sound which is coming from beyond this world, the sound of the very creator of this world and the universes and the galaxy, all that exists basically. So we are trained first. The level 1 is the Baikari sound, the physical sound. This physical sound, when you start listening to the physical sounds, we think that we hear, but we don't. We really, and most of the times we hear to answer. We don't hear to understand. So we are trained to listen to understand, not to just reply or impress or respond, not just that. So learning how to understand the undercurrent of a conversation, or learning how to even identify the intention of the sound that is spoken in front of you. That is Nadyo, the basic level. And then you become a good listener. You become a good listener as a result, and it's always good to be a good listener, because only if you are a listener, you can be a good communicator. So your communication skills improve a lot, because you're able to grasp, as Guruji always says, that there are more than 50 sounds in a room which is devoid of anybody. It's an empty room, and you're there in the room. You can still hear more than 50 sounds. If you're out in the lawn garden complex, you can hear more than 100 sounds. But can we actually hear any of those? We can, at the max, the AC sound, fan sound, mobile sound, or the clock sound. That's all. We're limited. When you stretch your limitations, when you dissolve the boundaries, that's when you get connected to more sounds, and more sources of knowledge open up for you, more doors of knowledge open up for you.
Thank you. Thank you for the, the background or the substance or what the workshop entails. And I also looked at the workshop brochure or the flyer. Uh, the thing is how, now for a long time, the Western was a fashion. We wanted to go move Western. It was a craze.
Yeah.
Now, we are kind of, more and more going back to the root, our heritage, what is our culture. That awareness is kind of, it is heartening to see that being, getting activated at different levels under, different dimensions. And that way, you covering that aspect of it, how that art and science come together, and you link that back with your heritage. So it is important. It will be, I think it will kind of give that knowledge and background, and understanding the why and hows will help people to kind of, get educated, and then follow where they're going to get the benefit. Now,
That's
in this workshop on the 16th, see, I I don't know. Like there are many people like me. We are not music savvy or not even yoga savvy. Like we are doing some form of exercise, and trying to keep ourselves afloat. Many a times that's what happens here, and in this busy life, and people have little attention span. So how do we, what people like me, what do we expect, how this workshop is going to be organized, and what to expect in this workshop?
so, Maheshji, first of all, this modality of healing is a very ancient one, and as I said, is the culmination point of your sadhana. So, this practice doesn't require you to be a musician or even a music lover. I am sure most of the people, except for just few exceptions, everybody loves music. Maybe they love different kinds of music, but the practice here is to understand the vibrations of any piece of music. The music is also the voice that I'm creating from my vocal cords is also music, right? So music could be disturbing, could be pleasant, but understanding the signs behind the sound that is expressed in front of you. So once people know how to do that, they will automatically start appreciating and getting benefits from whatever they're listening. Just the common, the gross level sounds will benefit them because they'll become good listeners. They can catch the nuances. They can catch the intention of the person who's speaking. Apart from that, they'll benefit from the mantras that they chant. They may chant. They may listen to it, from the audio, or attend some bhajans or some chanting sessions. They'll benefit more because now they understand the science of vibrations. Now they will be able to absorb it well because all the faculties will start opening up for them. So they can capture more vibrations. The whole world is sonic in nature. Without sound, the world would not be there. As in, said in Bible, in the beginning there was word, the word was with God, and the word was God. So this is, so it's sonic.
Right.
So you
Uh,
become musical.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. No, absolutely. Yeah, everybody, as you said, everybody has a ear for music at different level of knowledge. But yeah, for good music, yes. And Meenal ji, one thing I can, Raghvendra ji and Archana ji know, in last year, if I learned one thing by carrying out this initiative, is to some extent how to engage with people. That's my learning, because we have been conducting monthly 5Ks, partnering with different organizations in different parts of the town. And we get anywhere 100 to 120 people in each of our events. And how to engage. One thing that I learned is uh, you may call it, it's a matlabi dunya. Like, at the end of the day, people are interested what is in it for me.
Thank you
Yes,
for sharing, Mahesh. Yes.
absolutely,
Please.
Mahesh ji. So, you know, we both are scientists by profession. So I was a cancer researcher, and my husband was the same. So right now I'm working for behavioral health, mental health company as a assistant vice president of managed care. And in my area, we see mental health issues every now and every day. I deal with that every day. So for us, the reason of bringing this workshop to town is mental health as it is rising. I had, and I would say that I was honored to work with several companies, scientific companies, especially diagnostic companies and labs during COVID times. We rolled out COVID testing in Houston with the help of Fort Bend County Judge, Houston Mayor. And I can see the side effect of COVID especially. So and that has impacted on their mental health side. And not only COVID, but staying at home, doing nothing, just, getting anxious of what's going to happen in future. That has impacted their mind. So this workshop, I believe, and I know you all will concur with me, that this will help them to come out of that space, as people are still struggling to cope up with their, loss. So this can help them to come out of that space and, help them to understand what is next. How can they improve their health outcomes? Just, focusing on preventative measures. It doesn't need to be invasive. It can be non-invasive. So, and we are looking for non-invasive techniques and therapies. So this workshop is one of them that can help us to create a path for non-invasive therapies.
My interest was more becoming confident in front of other people, understanding my own thought process and what I want to present. How can I connect with people with that thought? Brings peace and harmony in their own thoughts, becoming a better speaker, a better learner, and a better listener. So that was my personal interest in this program. So that is kind of the other aspect of this program.
The thing is, like, mental health is such that it needs to tell them, hey, you need help. Like, if I have fever, I go to the doctor. If I have any kind of illness, it's common to go to the doctor or take help. Whereas mental health is such that it is still a taboo. Like, if I see I'm depressed, like, it is considered as weakness or something wrong with the person. So the initiatives like this should make it available, like, easily available. More people are going, so it is more of a involvement and making it easily available for the community to use that and leverage that to overcome that challenge, whatever they are going through. Otherwise, they get more secluded, they don't get involved, and then we hear different kind of consequences. So
I just wanted to say here that we are very excited to bring this workshop, and I would like to quickly display the screen where I can show the QR code so that audience and participants can register here. So if you see, here is our scan QR code, and they can scan it and they can register. They can register on Sign Up Genius. And we are also promoting this event on eventbrite.com. So they can search primordial sound meditation on eventbrite.com and can register there as well. We are also promoting this event on Facebook event page. So if they are residents of Houston, they can easily find this out on Facebook events page. So giving back to you, Mahesh, any other question, or Meenal ji, any closing comments?
For mental health, I would want to say something, Archana ji, that people, they don't know how to empty themselves. there's so much that you're taking in all the time, and you don't know how to create space for something. For creating something new, you need to create space first. That's why in the tattvas, the Akash tattva came first, and then came the other elements. First God wanted space to create something. So if you don't know how to create space within you, then there's so much clutter, there's so much confusion that leads to depression, that leads to anxiety attacks, that leads to confusion, brain fog, and all sorts of terms that people use and suffer from. I would say that Nad Yoga offers you the best techniques to empty the mind, empty the space, not just within but around you. So you can feel the peace everywhere you go. This peace that you have generated and created within you extends outward, and it even impacts people to be quieter. I've seen that with me. I've seen that with other Nad yogis. People become quieter around you because otherwise there's constant talking, constant discussions happening. But when you go, your aura is such that the silence, your silence communicates with people and encourages them to be quieter and to be more thoughtful and mindful. So this is a powerful practice. When you begin, there are 2-3 levels, that of course there are more levels, but initially, even if you do 2 levels, first level itself will bring all the changes, and the mental health will become, will start stabilizing. And that's something, because we do chanting, it's got less to do with the conventional music, Maheshji. It doesn't have to be that, you should know Sare Gama Pa. It's a way to open up your chakras. What are the practices that I'll take on 16 September? We'll be doing the chakra activation through Swar Sadhana. And that is one way of activating the frequency in each chakra. We have different 7 chakras, more than that, of course, but we'll talk about the 7-8 chakras. They will get activated through the power of sound. And then through that, you'll create space in the chakras itself. So it's all about creating the energy of Bhairava, which is Shiva, the Adi Yogi himself, creating the energy of Akash Tattva. So you'll see the magic. Just attend the workshop. It's only for 2 hours, but after that, we'll be having some physical classes, as Archana ji was mentioning. We'll be coming to Houston, and, Guruji will come, I will come. And we would want to, physically take, see each one of you and see how you perform the practices. It's always fun when a teacher can, the proximity is really important. So
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Mahesh ji, any closing comment?
Thank you for organizing this workshop. We hear about other type of yogas, which are, general yoga as well as Hatha yoga and other type of yoga. Whereas this Nada yoga, which involves more art and science, that needs some talent and knowledge behind that, and how you simplify it and taking it to the common man is going to be the big challenge. And I appreciate you taking this initiative and bringing it to people out here in Houston, and wish you the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are looking forward to meeting with you at the event, Mahesh ji. Thank you so much, Mahesh.
Absolutely.